Number one, we must preserve and promote Awori culture, because the moment you lose your culture, you have lost yourself. Our traditional rulers, how united are you? It's a rhetorical question. Can you come down? Ìjà tó wà láàrin kábíyèsí oníṣẹ́rí, ìjà tó wà láàrin àwọn àti kábíyèsí ọlọ́ta. These are documents that have been put in court. They are public documents. I have applied for them and I have copies of them and I have read them. Documents tí àwa fúnra ara wa láàrin ara wa tá a present. Tí dọ́kúmẹ̀ntì yẹn tó bá lọ bó ṣe ń lọ, tí ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn tí gbogbo àwọn ọba Àwórì pátákókò àti all our political leaders tẹ́ ẹ̀ bá tètè dìde sí, it will destroy the Awori race.
Together, we must ensure that we Aworis play a pivotal role in the development of Nigeria, both now and for generations to come. I would like to once again express my gratitude to Kabiyesi, the Olofin of Isheri, for this commendable initiative. I encourage all of us to lend our support and ensure that it becomes a platform for meaningful action rather than just discussions.
Lórúkọ àwọn ọba mẹ́tẹ̀ẹ̀ta ìyá àti gbogbo àwọn kábíyèsí, we welcome everyone to the second edition of our Awori Summit here today, September 12, 2024. As we commence our program, at the end of the day, we shall have the full cause to give the glory to Almighty God. The nice temple of Radio Nigeria. And in the Bagoko, who will regard that Bauba, and the Doma the Baile, Darayaka Mafes, Babolu, and the baby Awori, your it's your boy on them. I say, Abdel Fatahi, Abdel Dafa, Omonofia Shulisha, Omonota Odo, Omaro de Womi, Omoniba, Oma Fagaya to go where they could have. Gbogbo ní àwọn ìlú ìtọ́sí o, àmàdàbùà, àtúmọ̀tàbọ̀ síbi ìpàdé wọlé bí Awori Kitigbe o. When we talk about tourism, we have what it takes to be the best to promote tourism in Lagos State. Àṣà wa, ìṣe wa, ó tó lọ́tọ̀, ìlú wa tó lọ́tọ̀ láti wá ṣe tourism lórí ẹ̀. Odò Ògùn wa, ó tó lọ́tọ̀, odò wáníwá lè yọ sálọ wóró. Ìyẹn lágbára pípọ̀ o.
Mo dé súùtù mọ́rùn lè ní ọkọ̀ sí sọ́mẹ̀tì lábàá ṣe níbí yìí. Mo bá gbádá mi, mo bá gbádá lẹ̀gbẹ́ ilé mi lágbádá lè ní o. Sọ́mẹ̀tì lọ́pẹ́ o. Torí ẹ láṣẹ wá ikú ẹ̀ máa fi sọ́nù ọrùn pápá ó ti nínú omi níbí yìí. Àmọ́ akí ẹ̀yẹ àgbàlagbà lè jókòó pápátá. Akí kábíyèsí aláìwà. Omi ńlá tí a tẹ̀ ká tó tẹ yanrìn Ile Awori. Òṣùpá Ile Awori. Amọ́roro níbikíbi. Kábíyèsí Olofin Àṣọlẹ̀ṣà. Akẹ̀sán lẹ́rí ọmọ ọlọ́kọ̀ tó ní Isheri. Wọ́n ní bí akẹ̀sán ò ga jù kò bí ò ga jù kékeré tó bá ti níbọn àgbékọ̀rùn lóko ọdẹ ti tó ṣe. Ìjẹ́ kábíyèsí aláìwà arímọ lọ́mọdé kí a tó gbé ìtọ̀sẹ̀ oyè sí ọmọdé lọ́rùn kó lè máa láǹfààní àdìsí fújà bíi ti Ọọ̀ni Àlàkà ọmọ àbáàrà. Akí kábíyèsí is the Royal Majesty kábíyèsí aláìwà ọba engineer Sulaiman Adekunle Bamgbade, the 28th Olofin Adimula of Isheri Olofin.
Our land, the Awori is a land of honey, the land of peace and prosperity. Guide us. Whatever we discuss here today shall be of more benefit to the Awori race. We shall remain more prosper, more peaceful, and more united. In your holy name I have prayed. Subhanahu Opic. Praise the Lord.
Awori is not just a tribe, we are a race. In terms of numbers, in terms of ideas, in terms of capacity, Awori is a race. My name is Prince. I see Kabiyesi Olofin Adimula, and I can also cite the presence of noble personality across Awori race, joining the entourage of the pride of Awori race. I actually say Engineer Noimod Salako Oyedele. We greet you, we appreciate you. Aki Yami Kashe Wole Bowei, Lati Kilo Boboye Mabo Wole Wole, Ayilo Liku, Ayilo Moliwu, Electrico, Electrical, Electrical, èyí ní ìtọ́nà Àwórì ìyá Àwórì kò lọ mọ́ pé ẹni bá nínú wípé ọmọ ìlú ọmọ wa lọ́wọ́ níbí òun ló wà lọ́pọ̀ ẹ̀ bá mi ṣe kúrúkúrúbí ìyá fáàlù kó ní sí ìtura ṣẹ́wọ́ yìí ó.
ọ̀rọ̀ náà àpò ọ̀rọ̀ ló sọ igbákejì gómìnà ìpínlẹ̀ Ògùn onímọ̀ ẹ̀rọ ọmọọba obìnrin Noimot Sàlàkọ́ Oyèdélé àbíkí ibi ẹ̀ka àbọ̀ sèrí wa ẹkú rìn ẹkú kí àlè dá ẹkú iṣẹ́ ìlú amádáwí èmi yá gbùgbà ìbọn òkùnrin ṣe yó bẹ́ẹ̀rẹ̀ gbogbo ilé Àwórì bẹ́ẹ̀rẹ̀ gbogbo ilé Àwórì ẹnjìnìà Noimot Sàlàkọ́.
Igbákejì gómìnà ní ìpínlẹ̀ Ògùn tí wọ́n wọlé pẹ̀lú àwọn alẹ́nulọ́rọ̀ ní ìpínlẹ̀ Ògùn akíwọ́ ẹnjìnìà Noimot Sàlàkọ́ Oyèdélé Excellency akíwọ́ àṣà ìkí màmá wa tí wọ́n jẹ́ the Commissioner for Tourism ní ìpínlẹ̀ Èkó and Culture ọmọ Olofin ni wọ́n ọmọ onílẹ̀ ni wọ́n torí ẹ̀ náà ni bóyá ká sọ wípé kí á pàtẹ́wọ́ fún gómìnà Babájídé Olúṣọlá Sanwó-Olú ẹ bá mi pàtẹ́wọ́ yìí fún ọ náà àti ní ọmọ Àwórì tó jẹ́ obìnrin mẹ́ta tí wọ́n ti láǹfààní àti ṣe igbákejì gómìnà ní ìpínlẹ̀ Èkó rí tí àkọsílẹ̀ wà àmọ́ ààrin ní ìpínlẹ̀ Ògùn àfìgbà tí bàbá wa ọmọọba Dàpọ̀ Abíọ́dún àti wọ́n di gómìnà wọn sọ wípé.
I wish to greet all other cabinets present. My speech. All glory and adorations be to Almighty God, who has given us the grace to be alive to witness these great occasions today. I'm on page 16. We are all here gathered for the second editions of Awori Summit, a biannual program. Kábíyèsí, it is my humble honor to welcome you all on behalf of our most revered visionary royal father and convener Arole Olofin Ogunfunminire, His Royal Majesty Ọba Engineer Sulaiman Adekunle Bamgbade Ayodele III, the Olofin of Isheri and the Adimula of Awori Kingdoms, as well as my very grateful members of this year's planning committee to this great gathering of today. Once again, this is a good golden opportunity to remind us that the unity of Awori, all Aworis, both in Lagos State and Ogun State, and those in diaspora, are not negotiable for any whatever reasons. Awori land is a God-given abode of wealth to both the Aworis and non-Aworis. Therefore, this had made us to be an endangered entity among other communities and tribes, including our Yoruba-speaking tribes. Their prayer for us is that we shouldn't be one. Meanwhile, our strong Awori is one. There's a need to work on our harmonious relationships, unifications of thought in both political, social, and economical. Our traditional institutes must be strengthened, especially to curb infiltrations. This year's summit tag, projecting Awori image in public nation building, is indeed the right time in our quest to build a viral and strong tribe called Awori. Distinguished participants, you will notice that Awori language is gradually going into extinction. How I wish that we could conduct this coming summits in our original language. The convener is Royal Majesty Ọba Engineer Sulaiman Adekunle Bamgbade, the Olofin of Isheri. In my own opinion, he's not doing this for the sake of superiority. Rather, it is for the sake of prosperity that Awori should take their rightful place in the committee of nations. Hopefully, at the end of this summit, our deliberation and discussion will yield strategic options, which will will greatly help to foster unity among our people. We expect to have a resolution that will be published widely as our joint communique for our people, and most importantly, our royal fathers, both in Lagos and Ogun State. While extending my gratitude to Olofin for this opportunity to serve our nation, I sincerely appreciate all contributions, members of the committees for their support, their beliefs, and their loyalty to the cause of Awori. To those who contribute financially, I say, Ile Awori Media. Also, I must acknowledge the support from Awori Welfare Association of Nigeria, the umbrella of all Awori clubs and associations. It is in this red light that I welcome you all once again. We are indeed very delighted to have you in our midst for this second edition of Awori Summit. Lastly, I wish our discussants, all participants, fruitful and interesting interactions. Long live Lagos State, long live Ogun State, long live Nigeria, long live Awori Kingdom, Awori Kitigbe, Bamgbade. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman, sir, for that very wonderful, eye-inspiring.
Professor Olariwaju Fagbon, SAN, the former VC, Lagos State University, Moti Wọlé Àríwá, ẹ ṣé, Akin káàbọ̀ sí Àríwá, thank you very much, ẹ ṣé. Tani mo fẹ́ láǹfààní àti sọ́kùnrin, my own very wonderful pride of our Awori race. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, join me as I'm going to bring this very wonderful Akokar to this very wonderful state to declare this event open. Ẹ bá mi pàtẹ́wọ́ fún màmá wa, the Deputy Governor of this very wonderful state, Ogun State, Engineer Noimon Salako Oyewole, Her Excellency. Of our Awori race. Ìwọ tó bá bóbìnrin tó ń banújẹ́, obìnrin kan rèé, obìnrin tó ju ọkùnrin lọ ní ààbò mi. Thank you very much.
Isheri, His Royal Highness Oba Engineer Sulaiman Adekunle Bamgbade, and His Olori Oluwatosin Bamgbade. I recognize all other royal fathers who are here in their numbers. Kábíyèsí o, Kábíyèsí, Kábíyèsí, Adéapẹ́lórí, Ìrùkẹ̀rẹ̀ Akọ̀láàfin. All the white-capped chiefs who are here, you're well recognized. The Olofin Council, you're all well recognized. Our father and our leader, distinguished Senator Aki Odusi, the president of Awori Welfare Association of Nigeria, Asiwaju Muhammad Ajibola Olagbaye, our distinguished guests, gentlemen of the press, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Kitigbe. I'm honored to stand before you today, not only as Deputy Governor of Ogun State, but also as the bearer of Awori land, to address this august gathering at the 2024 Awori Summit. The theme, projecting Awori image in nation building, resonates deeply with me, as it speaks to the heart of what it means to be Awori, people with a rich history, a profound culture, and a commitment to contributing meaningfully to the progress of Nigeria. I extend my sincere appreciation to Kábíyèsí, His Royal Highness Oba Engineer Sulaiman Bamgbade, the Olofin of Isheri, for his vision in establishing the Awori Summit, which first held in 2022. As we all know, the Awori people are among the earliest settlers in the region that is now southwestern Nigeria. Our legacy is one of resilience, industry, and leadership, qualities that have allowed us to thrive over the centuries. However, as we find ourselves in the 21st century, there is an urgent need to recalibrate our efforts, not just to preserve our heritage, but to ensure that the Awori identity takes its rightful place in the national consciousness as an essential part of Nigeria's socio-economic and political development. Today, I want to focus on 4 key areas which you can project the Awori image and deepen our role in nation building: leadership, education, economic development, and networking. Leadership. The Awori people have a long-standing tradition of leadership, from the chieftaincy system that governs our towns and communities, to the many illustrious sons and daughters who have served in various capacities in the public and private sectors. To project the Awori image effectively, we must continue to nurture and empower leaders who reflect our values. Leaders who prioritize service, integrity, and development over self-interest. Nation building requires a collective effort, and leadership is at the core of this. It is our responsibility to groom the next generation of Awori leaders, ensuring they are equipped with the skills, knowledge, and vision to contribute to Nigeria's growth. Let us establish mentorship programs that connect our elders with our youth, passing down the wisdom of experience and the strength of character that has sustained us. Education. A critical component of nation building is education. For the Awori people, education has always been a cornerstone of our progress. As we look forward to the future, we must invest even more in the intellectual development of our youth. Through scholarships, training programs, and partnerships with universities and technical institutions, we can empower our young people to lead in various fields such as technology, healthcare, governance, and entrepreneurship. By doing this, we create a well-rounded, educated class of Aworis ready to contribute meaningfully to the Nigerian nation and beyond. Economic development. The Awori people have always been known for their entrepreneurial spirit. Our people are traders, innovators, and creators of wealth. To project the Awori image in nation building, we must leverage this strength by fostering an environment that encourages economic growth and innovation. This means supporting local businesses, locally owned businesses, Awori-owned businesses, providing access to capital, and building infrastructure that promotes trade and commerce. Networking. Another critical element in projecting the Awori image in nation building is the value of networking. When we connect, share ideas, and collaborate, we strengthen our community and amplify our collective influence. Networking enables us to tap into each other's experiences, resources, and expertise, allowing us to approach challenges from diverse perspectives and unlock new opportunities. By building strong relationships within the Awori community, we can foster mentorship and drive collective initiatives that benefit not only our people, but also the larger Nigerian society. Together, we are stronger, and through unity and collaboration, we can project a united Awori front in our contributions to nation building. In conclusion, projecting the Awori image in nation building is a task we all share. It is a call to embrace our rich heritage while pushing the boundaries of what is possible for our people and our nation. I urge each of us to reflect on our role in this journey, whether as politicians, traditional rulers, community leaders, educators, or entrepreneurs. Together, we must ensure that we Aworis play a pivotal role in the development of Nigeria, both now and for generations to come. I would like to once again express my gratitude to Kabiyesi, the Olofin of Isheri, for this commendable initiative. I encourage all of us to lend our support and ensure that it becomes a platform for meaningful action rather than just discussions. Your Royal Highnesses, distinguished and eminent Awori men and women, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, it is with great honor and anticipation for meaningful progress, and I hereby declare the Awori Summit 2024 officially open. Ile Awori Media.
Bàbá wa tí wọ́n máa bá a ṣe àkànṣe ọ̀rọ̀ tó máa bá a gbé yẹn kalẹ̀ a lọ mú wọn ní Òṣogbo, a lọ mú wọn ní Ọ̀yọ́, Gungun, Ile Awori, pàápàá jùlọ níbi tí oríkì tó ti ń kan mọ́ àkẹsàn ọmọ ọlọ́kọ̀ tó ní Isheri. The University of Lagos was assumed one of the best. Kò tí best tó ọ̀tí ìgbà tí Professor Fagohun tí wọ́n láǹfààní àti jẹ́ VC Lagos State University tí àkọsílẹ̀ tí ó sì wà. On that note, ẹ bá mi fi àtẹ́wọ́ gbé wọn dìde wọ́n ti máa bá a sọ̀rọ̀. Senior Advocate of Nigeria, the former VC Lagos State University láti bá wa ṣe àpilẹ̀ àwọn lásùdé wọ́n bẹ̀rẹ̀ karamọ́dé karamọ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ yish. All right, thank you very much.
Before you can make an impact in a nation, you must first have that integrity. You must be a person tó yẹ pé táwọn èèyàn gbọ́ bá wò ó pé táwọn Àwórì bá sọ̀rọ̀ gbogbo èèyàn gbọ́dọ̀ fetí balẹ̀ kan gbọ́n kan tó ń sọ. Are we there? Ṣáà wà ń bẹ̀? Ìtẹ́mi máa sọ o, footnote ní sí nǹkan tí Excellency ti sọ o, torí Excellency gbà tó ń give address wọn underscore the core points. Ngbà tó dẹ̀ parí ẹ̀, Excellency sọ kíní kan, Excellency ni we are looking forward to meaningful action rather than just discussions. Pé kí ni òkodoro ọ̀rọ̀ tó fẹ́ jáde níbi tá a wà lẹ́nu? Kí ni nǹkan tí gbogbo wa fẹ́ mú lọlé tá a dẹ̀rọ̀ ká máa bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní ṣiṣẹ́ lórí ẹ̀? Kò sí ìjókòó tó lè le ju ìjókòó yìí lọ fún gbogbo Àwórì. Ìjókòó tí gbogbo àwọn lọ́balọ́ba wá wà. Ìjókòó tí gbogbo àwọn political leaders of thought, all of them are here present. Ìjókòó tí gbogbo àwọn elder statesmen, àwọn president nìyẹn, bàbá Ọlágbáyé, bàbá Ọdúnsìn wà bíi. Àwọn wọlé àti sọ pé wọ́n wà lé tí wọ́n ti wà fully represented here. Tá a bá kó ń jókòó ilé ní tí a bá mú tá a ṣe ó kù díẹ̀ káàtó. Today is to talk about how do you project the image of the Awori people for the purpose of supporting the growth of Nigeria. Because if we are not contributing tí a bá ní nǹkan táwa náà fi kún tó jẹ́ value to Nigeria, they will not reckon with us. Ṣé ráwọn organizers tó craft topic yìí, tó craft theme yìí fún event yìí, mo kí wọn kúṣẹ́. This is the core. Kábíyèsí, wọ́n ní kábíyèsí gangan ló conceive of this theme. It means a lot. This theme, it means a lot to us as Aworis if we want to achieve our goals. Tá a bá lè assess pé kí ni contribution wa lénìí, kí ni contribution wa lánàá to Nigeria, kí la wá rò nípa kí ni contribution wa to Nigeria going forward. As for them to have reference to us and call us, kábíyèsí, ẹ̀yin bàbá wa, gbogbo àwọn lọ́balọ́ba ẹ̀yin màmá wa, I will take us 89 years ago ni màá fi reference wa. 89 years ago, ká lè jẹ́ ká sòótọ́ fúnra wa nígbà tí màá sọ nǹkan tó wà ní 89 years ago yẹn. There was an anthropologist. The name was W.G. Wormalin, lórúkọ anthropologist yẹn. Ó ṣe intelligence report ní 1935 tó fi describe àwọn Àwórì. Ó recognize wọn, ó ní àwọn Àwórì, ó ní àwọn náà settle sí gbogbo àwọn ní àwọn original settlers sí gbogbo ibi tó wà. Ó recognize ẹ̀. Ó wá dáhùn ó ní they speak low and slurred dialect of the Yoruba language, pé èdè wọn máa ń ra wọn lẹ́nu díẹ̀díẹ̀ bó ṣe ń sọ. Ṣé òótọ́ ni àbírọ́? Òótọ́ ni. They mostly engage farming and fishing. Ṣé òótọ́ ni àbírọ́? Òótọ́ ni. They lack figure. Tọ́ba ní pé èèyàn lack figure. Ìtàn sọ ni pé olúwẹ̀ ò wà interesting. Olúwẹ̀ ò ní backbone láti push ọ̀rọ̀ déwájú. Olúwẹ̀ kò ń pẹ́ fi nǹkan sílẹ̀. Ẹ bá tí ì lọ sílẹ̀ pé kò ń pẹ́ jọ èmi máa débẹ̀. Pé the Aworis will lack figure. Ṣé òótọ́ ni àbírọ́? Mi ò ní kọjú sáwọn kábíyèsí torí àwọn kábíyèsí ń sọ̀rọ̀. Màá kọjú sáwọn bàbá. Ṣé òótọ́ ni àbírọ́? Àwọn olóyè máa kọjú sáwọn. Ṣé òótọ́ ni àbírọ́? Ẹ ṣe sá. Wọ́n ní we lack unity. Ó sọ ó ní we lack unity. Ṣé òótọ́ ni àbírọ́? Tẹ́ ẹ̀ bá tiẹ̀ dáhùn, èmi àwa fún wa ní examples. Ó wá dáhùn. Ó ní and these two things has rendered them a poor lot. Ó ní ó ti jẹ́ kán poor. Ó ní inú wọn díẹ̀díẹ̀ ń gbérí. Ó sọ ó ní from the breeding point of view with the exception of those of them particularly those within the region of Lagos those are the people doing well small small pé ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àwọn yòókù they are poor people. That was a statement written 89 years ago. Fast track 89 years later. Mi ò gbọdọ̀ pòwe wájú àwọn bàbá ogun ọgbọdọ̀ pòwe wájú. Ó jọ gàdé kò jọ gàdé. Ó súnmọ́ra wọn. Ìgbà táwọn brothers mi máa sọ mí, wọ́n ní yé ẹyẹ o ẹyẹ o ẹyẹ o kí ẹ jẹ́ wọ́n ní Àwórì ò pẹ́ jọ. We give up so easily. And we get tired and we lose interest very easily in things. Even in the management of our own affairs. Ẹ jẹ́ kí n fi ipe àní resilience as Àwórì. Ẹ má gbàgbé o, ibi tí mò ń lọ ni pé can we make an impact in nation building? And I've started from who are we now? Kí ni perception of the people to us? Báwo làwọn èèyàn ṣe rí wa? Báwo làwọn fúnra wa ṣe ń ríra wa? Because if you are not a strong person, if you are not a man to command the respect on your own, you cannot make any impact. So mo ti wípé we lack figure, we lack resilience. Mo wá bọ́ sórí unity. And I'm going to use just one example láti buttress unity. Màá tọrọ àforíjì lọ́wọ́ kábíyèsí àti gbogbo àwọn ọba-lọ́ba to say it. Our traditional rulers, how united are you? It's a rhetorical question. Kẹ́ni kankan má dáhùn. Our traditional rulers, how united are you? If our traditional rulers, our fathers are united, Awori race will be a difficult race to confront. Tọ́ba sọ wípé tí ìṣù bá come up lẹ́kọ̀ọ́, kẹ́ẹ̀rí gbogbo àwọn lọ́balọ́ba Àwórì, kẹ́ẹ̀rí gbogbo àwọn lọ́balọ́ba Ogun State, kan jókòó pẹ̀lú ọkàn ní à. Ogun State lẹ́yìn tí àwọn ẹni yes, àwọn brothers wa ló ní ìṣù láṣẹ wá bá yín Mr. Governor. Kí gómìnà Ogun State náà kọ́ lọ bá láti Ogun State kọ́ ní èyí tẹ̀ wá lẹ́yìn ẹ̀tọ́ kọ́ ní we are from Lagos State àwọn brothers wa náà ní ìṣù gbogbo wa la wárí yìí it becomes difficult. Our different communities, how united are they? How united are our communities? Nígbà tí mo ń sọ̀rọ̀ significance of Lagos, I brought a judgment of 1912. I analyze the judgment 1912 fún wọn bẹ̀ láàárọ̀ èkó tó máa bọ̀. And that judgment was a judgment of the Privy Council tó confam pé àwọn Àwórì ní original settlers àwọn ọmọ Ogunfunminire. Ó sọ in relation to Lagos Island. Ó tún wá sọ in relation to other areas. Then mo tún analyse different historians. I am not a historian, but I work on what is probable when issues are on the table. That is the position of a lawyer. And what is probable when issues are placed on the table. And I look at different authors, and they confirm that same position. The communities in Lagos, how well do they work with communities in Ogun State? Even within them as communities in Lagos, how well do they work together? Àti ìdúró láàrin ara wa, and we are saying we want to make an impact in the nation. Because unless you are strong on your own, and where does that take me? Already, there is so much distortion in our story. Ìtàn wa distortion wà bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe rí tí ará àta bá ń bá yín tó bá ń bá wa fẹ́ ná sílé pé ẹja ẹ̀dàrú kì í ṣe kó ní interest nínú wa kẹ́kọ̀ọ́ láìkí kankan nínú wa o ó ń fẹ́ náà yẹn sílé so that tá a bá jà tó tá a bá dàrú òun àwa wọlé wá. I gave them 4 versions nígbà tí máa kú bẹ́ẹ̀. Version kan sọ ó ní ibi táwọn gbogbo àwọn Àwórì tẹ̀ sọ fáwọn làwọn wà lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ yìí ó ní is a no man's land. Tí wọ́n bá displace àwọn Àwórì Èkó lẹ́nìí, the Àwórìs in Ogun State will feel it. Tí wọ́n bá displace Àwórì tó wà lógun State, Lagos will lose a lot because they are all tied together. It is one. Ọ̀pọ̀ṣọláwọ̀. It is one. We have to understand that basic fact. That is why tẹ́kọ̀ bá ń jà fún nǹkan tó jẹ́ tàwórí, Ogun State gbọ́dọ̀ máa dá sí. Tí Ogun State bá ń jà fún nǹkan tó jẹ́ tàwórí, Lagos State gbọ́dọ̀ máa rọjú mọ́ bẹ́ẹ̀. The role of the Àwórìs at the end of the day. But even the distortion yẹn wá wà. I asked a question earlier. Mo ní àwọn lọ́balọ́ba wa, are they coming together? Ìjà tó wà láàrin kábíyèsí Oníṣẹ̀rí, ìjà tó wà láàrin àwọn àti kábíyèsí Ọlọ́ta. These are documents that have been put in court. They are public documents. I have applied for them and I have copies of them and I have read them. Documents tí àwa fúnra ara wa láàrin ara wa tá a present. Tí documents yẹn tó bá lọ bó ṣe ń lọ, tí ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn tí gbogbo àwọn ọba Àwórì pátátókù àti all our political leaders tẹ́ ẹ̀ bá tètè dìde sí, it will destroy the Àwórì race. Sherisa, issue tó wà ń bẹ̀, you need to read the 2 documents. You need to read. Sherry, if there is a third party, ẹ jẹ́ kí n sọ effect tó wà lẹ́yìn fún yín. If there is a third party lọ́la tó bá fẹ́ bá Àwórì jà, they will bring those documents and say pé they are people without history. Wọ́n ò ní tàn, even láàrin ara wọn, wọ́n ò mọ̀ tán wọn. The case is closed. Tó bá ti sọ pé milord èmi ò ṣàwórí o, èmi ni mò ń bá wọn jà, but mò ń sọ fún yín lẹ́ni pé wọn ò ní tàn. Àwọn strong communities wọn, àwọn Isheri sọ báyìí, Ọ̀tà sọ báyìí, ìtàn sọ ò jọra wọn rárá. Milord, they don't know their history. If you don't know your history, you cannot know where you are going. is a principle. It was a philosophy, von Savini, who said it, that a people who do not know their history, who do not know where they are coming from, they can never know where they are going because they can never find their bearings. Rather than commissioning experts, let us bring historians, let us bring our fathers, let us meet our royal fathers, let us commission experts who will bring out a material to my reference material fún ìtàn Àwórì. To come up, to sọ pé these are the different communities of Awori. To come up, to sọ pé these are the different kingship communities in Awori. We need a document like that in our archive. Instead of us doing that, we are distorting our own history and fighting divisive conflicts. We don't need it. We don't need it. It is the case of a house. It is the case of a house that is divided against itself. Ẹ̀yin bàbá wa lẹ sọ, tẹ́ ẹ bá mú gbálẹ̀ ní òṣùṣù bó ṣe jẹ́ gbálẹ̀, á dán nǹkan wò. Tẹ́ ẹ bá yọyọ kan nù gbálẹ̀ yẹn, tẹ́ ẹ bá fi ṣẹ́ gbogbo gbálẹ̀ yẹn tán, ó máa lọ ní pẹ̀kẹ̀pẹ̀kẹ̀pẹ̀kẹ̀pẹ̀kẹ̀pẹ̀kẹ̀ lẹ́ máa ṣe wọ̀n. We must preserve and promote Awori culture. Isheri, if you look at goal number 4 of SDG, and I'm sure our excellency is the expert in those areas because those are the things they are dealing with. Goal number 4 underscore culture as critical for human survival. Because the moment you lose your culture, you have lost yourself. Kí n kàn ṣe àpẹẹrẹ kékeré kan tí àwọn ọmọ táwọn èèyàn bá wọnú courtroom, mo lè sọ fún wọn bí tí mo ti kọ́kọ́ ṣe lecture tí tó bá ní are you a Muslim or a Christian? I'm a Christian, I'm a Muslim. Wá gbé Bible lọ́wọ́, wá gbé Quran lọ́wọ́. The evidence I shall give in this case shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me God. Ṣé ẹ rí the first statement ọkọ máa Sunday tó mú Bible ọ̀kúrá yẹn sílẹ̀ irọ́ ni. Irọ́ ló bá dé. Irọ́ ló bá dé. But ẹ̀yin ẹni kó ká lọ. Ẹ jẹ́ kó ká lọ sí pálásì kábíyèsí. Pé ilé ọba láti máa lọ sọ̀rọ̀ yìí. Kí kábíyèsí gbé omi lásán sílẹ̀. Omi lásán nígbà tẹ́nìkan kò tí ì di kí kábíyèsí ti dà pure water sí. Kí kábíyèsí ní ẹ fọwọ́ kún mi yẹn. Ṣé o ṣe àbó o ṣe? Kò ní fọ́kàn o. Why? That is his being. That is his being. That is his spiritual content. You cannot run away from your spiritual content. That is one of the dislocation of colonialism. When they took away, sharing culture is different from religion. Culture, òun ló hábọ̀ the values tó fi ń pè wá lọ́mọlúàbí is a culture. Culture ló jẹ́ pé ò bá àká gbogbo òwe ilé ayé tó bá dọ́dọ̀ kábíyèsí o. That is value. That is value. Culture is what puts in you the rules of timba ṣẹlẹ̀ máa borúkọ ìdílé jẹ́. That is culture. Religion can reinforce culture, but if you throw away your culture and you are chasing after religion, and when you look at other, I made reference to Irish culture. I'll give the paper to my brothers. I made reference to Irish culture, cultural festivals. Ìgbà kan wà tí àwọn àwọn tí wọ́n dúró lẹ́yìn the cultural festival tá a ṣe ní police college. Those things should not die. Those things should not die. A summit like this should continue as an annual annual event kí gbogbo wa ti mọ̀ pé ìgbà kan wà we will all go back home to the summit ìgbà kan wà we will go back to tí cultural kí ni yẹn bá dẹ̀ máa ṣẹlẹ̀ every Awori wherever you may be on planet Earth you must play a role. You must play a role because that is what defines us. We must begin to sponsor documentaries about our culture. Ẹ rí i pé tẹ́ bá wo àwọn Asian communities dáadáa, ẹni tó bá lọ ń wo Geographic Channel ọ̀tún yẹn bá ń wo Al Jazeera gbà míì, wọ́n máa ń ṣe eyewitness program. Wọ́n á múnú àwọn Asian communities yẹn, wọ́n á máa sọ̀rọ̀ nípa culture wọn, wọ́n á máa sọ̀rọ̀ ní. Those documentaries are to sensitize the world. Those documentaries are to sensitize their children. Those documentaries are to sensitize generations yet unborn. Because wọ́n á máa bàtàn yẹn in the archives. We need such documentaries. Ṣé nígbà míì a máa ń sọ àní tọ́ba place irú kíní yẹn sílẹ̀ lọ́dọ̀ Awori àníyé bílíọ̀nù kí ẹ jẹ́. The truth of the matter is when you have good ideas you will get money to fund it. When you have good ideas you will get money to fund it. Ṣé wá rí kíní kan wà they call it intergenerational opportunities. What are intergenerational opportunities? Ṣé rí ẹ̀yin bàbá wa ẹ̀yin màmá wa àti irú àwa báyìí we are analog product ni wa. Ṣé rí àwọn ọmọ tó wà lẹ́yìn yẹn digital project ni wọ́n. Education and creation of awareness. Participation in politics. Participation in politics. We must be interested in it. We must develop partnerships and alliances with government agencies, both at the federal, state, and local government level. And we must have programs. That is why we need think tanks that are closely related in Awori land. We will even have a website that will be putting forward their activities for everybody to see. I've talked about the challenge of funding and what they can do. Mawa close the lecture yẹn sórí ibì kan. Ṣé the government, federal government of Nigeria, they are doing a lot of programs. This one is not a question of I like the government or I don't like the government. That is not what I'm talking about. I will give an example láti buttress nǹkan tí mo sọ. There is one lawyer tell gbogbo èèyàn máa kà recently ó gba 1,000 naira ní 1970. Tá a bá dàgúnlá sí àwọn programs yẹn tá a benefit from it 20 years later all other ethnic groups will have benefited from it and at the end of the day we will blame ourselves. And what are some of these things? Student loan scheme. Ẹ jẹ́ ká ní committee tó máa support àwọn ọmọ wa. Let our children apply for it massively. Egba, you need these things to empower ourselves. Compressed natural gas. Àwọn businessmen wa tó bá mọ̀ ń pẹ́. Compressed natural gas because the world is talking about renewable energy. Those of us who can go into such businesses, let us go into it and get that money. Begin to generate data. Data is money. Let us generate data about Aworis. By the time we talk to the experts, they will guide us on what kind of data do we need that will be generating money for us. In conclusion, the Aworis are a people with capacity to positively impact nation building and development. This summit is another call for action to us. We must be intentional. We must work together. And I will end just like Her Excellency ended it. Ile Awori Media. Thank you very much.
Adediran Jando. Ó pọ̀ gan àmọ́ àmú ní bí a bá ṣe lè mú. Dr. Abdulaziz Olajide Adediran, the Lagos State governorship candidate of the People's Democratic Party in the last election, is a Nigerian journalist, successful serial entrepreneur, philanthropic and technocrat. Motivation for youth, participation in politics at grassroots, state and national level. Tó máa fún yín ní nǹkan míì kẹsàn-án lé lórí inú mi ò ní dùn, mo lè raise objection. But nǹkan tí ẹ pé you are not just talking it, you have passed through it, so no one can have the better perceptions on this topic than you. Ẹ ṣe tí ẹ gba ìwé wa wípé ẹ bá wa ṣe iṣẹ́ tí wọ́n gbé fún tí àwọn náà tó máa bá wa sọ̀rọ̀ lé ní orí. Tani Dr. Mrs. Aminat Ige. Olawumi Ige is from Akeson Town, Alimosho local government area of Lagos State. She is from the Awori tribe. She's a grassroots personality and she holds the title of the first Yeye Oge of Akeson Kingdom, Lagos, at the College of Medicine, University of Ibadan, and currently the Director General of the Nigerian Institute of Medical Research, Yaba, Lagos. He obtained a bachelor degree in medicine and surgery from the University of Ibadan in 1986.
Àwọn kábíyèsí wa tó wà lórí ìjókòó tí wọ́n wá fi tí wọ́n consider summit yìí very important. Mi ò tiẹ̀ wúlẹ̀ kọ́ nǹkan kan torí mi tiẹ̀ mọ̀ nǹkan kan pa topic yẹn àti kí tiẹ̀ ni mo fẹ́ kọ́ lórí ẹ̀. But yesterday I asked one of the organizers to say that àwọn wo ló ń bọ̀, who is the keynote speaker, who are other speakers, and he mentioned my brother, he mentioned Dr. Aminat Ige, and he also said Her Excellency will be here to declare it open. And I don't think I need to go to that place with any written document at all, because the names that he has mentioned are enough inspiration for me to sit, listen to them, scribble something upon which I'm going to speak. So the keynote speakers are, I use this to say thank you very much indeed for who you are. Oti ẹ̀dá ẹ̀yin lẹ kọ́kọ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ àlùtàn bíi kọ́sọ̀ pé jàǹdọ̀ ni èmi kọ́ o. And what you see around that will motivate you to say, oh, you want to take position of leadership. Because if you're talking about politics, it's just a step to that leadership position, actually, right? So this is what we have. Again, few of us that also have that opportunity to be in that circle, what do we see? Everybody wants to go into politics because I see somebody who slept as a poor man and woke up a billionaire because he joined politics. These are some of the things that is there. We're being practical. But in the middle of that, when my brother was delivering his keynote address, he spoke about what you can call the 1% of 1%. That the history of 1912 said, look, even in the face of who they are, there are some very minute, of them that are trying to. So fortunately, we also have few of us in that cadre. He is one of them. Can we say about us? One man sọ pé àkàwé. One man sọ pé ọ̀lẹ ni wá. One man sọ pé àti ẹ̀mọ̀jú ká talẹ̀ ká fẹ́yàwó lọ. But we've been able to say something. It really does not matter whether or not we get it now. To say no. Yes, you can say this of us, but not all of us. And it's changing. And that is one thing our aspiration has done. And we have raised the bar, any other person can feel it. Okay? All our real fathers and Prof and every other person, Awan, to say this. I saw everything, and there is nobody we are going to blame for the fact that we didn't get it now. But I believe with this that we have done, I believe there is enough motivation for some of us and we can get it there. But every other thing that we have spoken about today, our disunity, our lack of courage, and all of that, like I said, I witnessed it firsthand, but we are not here to mourn the past. But can we take learnings from where we are coming from and see what can be done, just like my brother said, tí ọ̀kàbà síwájú tí ṣe dọ̀ tí yóò bá kàn ni wọn kì í ṣí ohun tí yóò bá béèrè ni ò kì í rí. If you don't make an effort, you don't get anywhere. So for our younger people, there are lots of motivation. It now depends on which one do you want to draw inspiration from. And can we really change it? Yes, we can. Summits of this nature should not just be a mere sitting arrangement and talk show. How do we back it up with action? Just like he said, because also wọ́n ti parí gbogbo ọ̀rọ̀ yìí, ẹ kọ̀ fún one time láti máa gùn lé ni.
Àwọn tó ṣíwájú ti sọ bí inú wọn ṣe dùn sí nípa summit yìí, and sincerely, I don't even know how better to express myself than they've already done. Tàbá ń bá lọ báyìí. We are going to become a formidable force. And I also want to thank you, sir, for finding me whatever the topic of this course is. It has to speak to the theme of the day. And the theme is a very deep one, as Professor Fagbonwo has said. It's projecting the Awori image in nation building. And most of want is but my son is to my fie our modern see again. You want to project the Awori image, just like he said, and you don't have integrity. What are you projecting? You want to project the Awori image. Why being we don't want you to project the image if that is what you're going to project. You must first start from who you are. Who you are, Luma Lord, Tambenye, Tomafiwani, Omot Boni, Lumafata, I won't Awori. There's one sound Awori person, there's one sound person, don't worry long. So in projecting the Awori image, first you have to make sure you're a good person yourself. When I say good, I'm also nice be my name was strict there. It must be good or to the excellent. Láti inú ilé wa kó má bá wa níbi nǹkan tí ó dá láti be share everywhere. So when we're talking about information technology, how do we leverage on it? And youth inclusiveness in projecting the Awori image. Kaso Kole. We are talking about technology to involve communication, collection of data, putting this together. Facebook, mail, online registration. Organizers assume pé àwọn office only WhatsApp group, one office Facebook, one office anywhere. Àìmọye àwọn tí ò ní gbọ́. People have been leveraging on media. Látàrí àwọn bàbá Awólọ́wọ̀, Azikiwe, Ikonkon, ayé television and radio. Tó jẹ́ pé kò tiẹ̀ ní rìn dáadáa jìnnà. But now we have something that goes globally. Ó yẹ kí n tẹ Awori sórí Facebook kó gbé like 1 million sashes jáde. And ní Awori think tank, we have a digital and social media committee. Though kò tí pẹ́ tá a bẹ̀rẹ̀, ara nǹkan tí Awori think tank fẹ́ ṣe nìyẹn. But ní kọ̀ọ̀kan nínú wa as individuals, and especially the youth tó wà nínú crowd lẹ́nu, tábà tẹ púpọ̀ bá tẹ lè sèdè dáadáa, èmi sì lè sèdè díẹ̀ o. Kí ni à ń ṣe lórí social media? Ṣé à ń bá wọn drag very dark black man ni tó máa ń ní nǹkan táwọn Awori ń ṣe ni? Let's leverage on our pages. Let's use our influence on social media. TikTok ń sìn ijó ni ìhòòhò ni. Just like someone said earlier on, like Prof said, to my TikTok page, Awori language. I saw something recently, I think Candid. They sent me a link to learning Awori language. I was impressed. I didn't go to that link because I know I could even learn better locally anyway, and I have a lot of things doing. but láti bí èdè, láti bí àṣà, and if all these things go to the internet, in fact, it's a veritable tool for us to use. Ṣé ẹ̀dẹ̀gun gbogbo àwọn bàbá wa yìí ẹ máa ní wọ́n máa gbé lọ sórí Facebook, èèyàn mélòó sì ń wọ̀ ẹ̀, ẹ̀yin lẹ́rọ bẹ́ẹ̀. Àwọn tó tẹ́ fẹ́ fi no, I'm not old, àwọn tẹ́ fẹ́ fi Àwórì sílẹ̀ lélẹ̀ ọwọ́, ibi tí wọ́n máa lọ jù nìyẹn. Mo monitor pages ATT, and somebody has asked me before, why tó fi jẹ́ pé táwọn èèyàn bá post the wrong thing, kò ń tó 2 minutes nígbà míì wàá ti get wàá ti delete kò pẹ́ rí. Why? It's because I am often with my phone. In fact, phone mi office ni. O lè ti fẹ́ rob mi lóṣòdìrí, I wanted my phone. The money in my wallet, ó ju owó phone yẹn lọ. Mo negotiate ní 7 a.m. láàárọ̀, mo bẹ̀ pé kó máa gbé wallet mi lọ. He took it, he opened it, ó rà dúró owó tó wà ń bẹ̀, ó fi phone mi sílẹ̀. Well, as God will have it. Because if you had gone with that phone, màá fẹ́ lè empty. And that is who we are now as youth. I'm always my phone. So tó bá ti wọlé màá ti rí, because I am always working with my phone. So tá bá lè leverage lórí IT láti create political awareness, because à ń sọ ń sìn pé political representation la fẹ́ lo information technology fún. What if, okay, jẹ́ ká wò báyìí, we have a lot of WhatsApp groups, tẹ́yìn dájú mi náà wà ń bẹ̀ ń sìn. Ẹ máa ń kà náà, ẹ ka díẹ̀, ẹ wò. Tá bá imagine pé àwọn WhatsApp groups yẹn will exist, pé kò sí social media, ṣé mo yẹ nǹkan tó máa lọ tí àti ẹ̀ ní mọ̀? So what if we now decide that, okay, page kan máa wà, àbí ẹnìkan máa wà, communication yẹn tó jẹ́ pé wọ́n máa kọ́ àwọn èèyàn, okay, youth or the aged, wọ́n máa kọ́ wọn ní ẹ̀tọ́ wọn, know your rights, electoral reforms, okay, ó ti ẹ̀ ń gbọ́ House of Assembly, bí àtọ̀tí ẹnìkan tó wọ́n expect látọwọ́ wọn, iṣẹ́ báyìí ni House of Assembly ṣe. And also take the fear of them pé àṣẹ mi náà tẹ̀lé ṣe House of Assembly, so nǹkan tó lọ ń ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ púpọ̀ èèyàn tẹ́ bá béèrè wọn ò lè separate legislative and executive powers. I've met people from like 30 countries already nínú online engagement. Kí wọ́n dárúkọ àwọn ọ̀rẹ́ wọ́n fẹ́ find out. Wọ́n máa mọ ìtàn Èkó, wọ́n máa mọ Ogun State. Mo wá ń wá bí màá ṣe link Awori motism títí kò bọ́ sí. I wrote a mail to the organizers. But must it be about my patriotism? Only no, just something mathematics and something about your culture. Sherry must submit from project here. Whether it's one catalog, by that time displayed, I'll put it on my social media pages. Mo ṣá mọ̀ wípé Awori, báwo mo ṣe fẹ́ kó sync, kó dẹ̀ stick sí orí wọn. I did a very simple artwork because the concept was to use lines. Lines yẹn show odò, àwọn tó rìn àti àwo ní orí ẹ̀. Now mo gbọ́ nínú ìtàn pẹ́sẹ̀ plate sank. What happened? I am going to explain it to them when I get there. And I linked it with another mathematical concept. Mo ṣá mọ̀ pé tó bá lọ sí country wọn, wọ́n máa ní so the Lagos that we know. So it is this Awori people that are the first settlers.
Wow.
Another mail came. Okay, apart from that creative concept, something that links your culture again or your people to another general part of mathematics. Wow, títí. Ẹ pé compare sọ pé alájà ń pé mo wọ hijab. But each time I think of what to submit, Ifa oracle comes to my head. Wow, but this is it. And I told myself, tí n bá ń study history, tí n bá ń study Yorùbá, tí nǹkan tí mo ń study bá gbà, there are people that are Christians that are fast, tó bá gbà kó study Odù Ifá, wàá study ẹ̀ because of a pass in the school. So I went ahead to submit a picture of Ejiogbe, Odù Ifá. Because that was what links, because everything around the Ifá oracle is linked fully to algebra. Binaries, you can plot matrices out of it. And I submitted that as well. Wọ́n ṣàgbọ́, wọ́n dẹ̀ mọ̀ pé nǹkan báyìí náà ń ṣe ní ilẹ̀ Yorùbá. Ṣé rí pé that is what I have done as an individual. Let's now look at it. Sí kọ̀ọ̀kan nínú wa. Mo dẹ̀ mọ̀ pé that page is a German page. Mo dẹ̀ mọ̀ pé post it. It's going to be on their website forever. Wọ́n ti accept it already. It's just for me to go and present it. Tí kọ̀ọ̀kan nínú wa bá wá leverage on IT, on social media, on our exposures bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn. ṣé mo rí pé orúkọ Àwórì ò ní parun.
bẹ́ẹ̀ni ẹ ṣe.
And what do you think? Do you think what I've done is nation building? Is nation building?
gbogbo yín ni mo kí lápapọ̀ kí tó bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní ká àwọn tó kọ sílẹ̀ fún mi. I just want to say gbogbo nǹkan tẹ́ sọ ní àwa lọ́balọ́ba táwa bíbá ìlà gbọ́ bọ̀ ara ọ̀rọ̀ àwọn ọba nìyẹn kò ṣeé sọ níta gbangba so a máa sọ̀rọ̀ àtàbà tí wọ́n yẹ wọ̀. It is with great pride and a deep sense of responsibility that I stand before you today at this historic Awori Summit. Our team projecting the Awori image in nation building is not only timely but also a call to action for all of us to reflect on our heritage and envision our future. Historical legacies of the Awori people under the leadership of our revered progenitor Olofin Ogunfunminire, who embarked on a journey that has left an indelible mark on the history of our nation, from Ile to the vibrant cities of Lagos and Ogun states. The Aworis have demonstrated resilience, ingenuity, and a commitment to progress. Our ancestors were not just settlers. They were visionaries who laid the foundations for thriving communities and bustling urban centers. Our rich cultural heritage is a testament. We are known for our distinct dialects, like our keynote speakers talked about. We have vibrant festivals and a deep love for business, arts, and music. These cultural elements have not only enriched our lives, but they have also contributed significantly to the diverse tapestry of our national identity. As we celebrate our heritage, let us embrace the responsibility of preserving and promoting it for future generations. Education and intellectual contributions have always been a cornerstone of the Awori community. Our commitment to education in recent years has produced generations of scholars, leaders, and professionals, which is evident here today, who have excelled in various fields. This dedication to learning and intellectual growth has started to position the Awori as a beacon of excellence in our nation. Let us continue to invest in education, ensuring that our youths are equipped with the knowledge and skills to lead and innovate. The Aworis have made significant strides in political and social leadership. Our leaders have been instrumental in advocating for social justice, economic development, and good governance. The legacies of figures like former Deputy Governor of Lagos State, now Senior Special Assistant to the President on Sustainable Development Goals, Her Excellency Princess Adejoke Orelope, exemplifies our dedication to public service and nation building. I know so many Awori towns that can testify to our very good work so far. As we move forward, let us continue to uphold these values, striving for a society that is just, equitable, and prosperous. As we come to the end of this summit, let us draw inspiration from our past and commit to a future where the Awori image is synonymous with excellence, integrity, and progress. Nation building is a collective effort, and the Awori community has a vital role to play. Together, we can create a brighter future for all, one that honors our heritage and embraces the possibility of tomorrow. May the spirit of Olofin Ogunfunminire guide us in our endeavors. I have been reminded that my brother, the Olofin Adodo, who was supposed to be here, is ably represented by his Bajomu of Ijomu Adodo, Oba Olabisi Ojomu. Eba Kikabe Adele. Motika in Koto Kosile for me. On a lighter note, nígbà tí mo lọ bá Her Excellency the Deputy Governor of Ogun State láti invite wọn wá síbí, wọ́n béèrè lọ́wọ́ mi pé kábíyèsí, this topic we are choosing, why are we choosing it? And I told her that it is time that we start to take our own role. Ó ti tó time náà kọ́ mọ́ wa ní Nàìjíríà, mo ò ní parọ́ fún yín o. As of today, I am now the Assistant Secretary of the Southern Nigerian Traditional Rulers Council. But I can assure you that right there at the top, Tobani, Koka, 20 tribes in Nigeria, Awori will not fall amongst them. You have tribes like Nupe, Ijo, Igbo, Hausa, Fulani, Berebe, gbogbo wọn ló máa kà, wọn ò ní dárúkọ Awori because we are not well represented at the top. So that was part of the reasons why we decided to choose this topic, that we have to start working and start fighting hard. Not that we do not have other evils that is bedeviling us at the moment. We have to at one day talk about the rate at which we are selling our lands to foreigners. We have to discuss it. Kí ọmọ ẹlẹ́ran wa kó má padà wá jẹgun kẹ́yìn. We have to talk about issues like that. We have other issues bedeviling us, including our lack of prominence in elections.